How significantly does culture influence our journey from childhood to adulthood? To answer this question, a budding anthropologist, Margaret Mead, ventured to the minuscule island of Samoa in the late 1920s. This trip marked the onset of a revolution in our comprehension of adolescent behavior. With her book Coming of Age in Samoa in hand, Margaret Mead set foot in Samoa with a clear objective. Her aim was to scrutinize the impact of cultural variances on adolescent behavior, thereby questioning the Western developmental theories that held sway at the time. From her study would forever alter the landscape of anthropology. In Samoa, Mead closely observed the day-to-day lives of adolescents, with a keen eye on their interactions and behaviors. Her findings revealed a stark contrast to the Western perception of adolescence. Samoan adolescents, she noticed, were devoid of the stress, anxiety, or rebellious behavior typically linked to the progression towards adulthood in the West. This significant difference guided Mead towards a compelling conclusion. The stress and rebellion manifested in Western adolescence was not a global occurrence. Instead, it was born from cultural factors distinct to Western societies. Mead's book was not brought into existence before the study. It was, in fact, a result of her insightful observations and research. In Samoa, Mead observed a society where extended families were the norm, where there was sexual freedom, and where a strong focus on sex education was present. Aging was viewed as a positive fact of life, and there were different socialization techniques. There was no guilt or shame associated with sexual facts, and the performance of rituals at different stages of life was common. These cultural differences, Mead argued, resulted in a different kind of adolescent experience, one that was less fraught with anxiety and rebellion. Her observations challenged the idea of cultural universalism, the belief that certain behaviors and experiences are universal regardless of culture. Instead, she proposed the concept of cultural relativism, the idea that cultural context is critical in understanding behavior. But what does this mean for our understanding of adolescent behavior? Mead's study underscores the significant role culture plays in our development. It suggests that the stress and rebellion often associated with adolescence in the West are not inevitable stages of growing up, but rather the products of specific cultural conditions. In societies where there is less regulation, where extended families provide support, and where there are fewer taboos surrounding sex, adolescents may experience a smoother transition to adulthood. Mead's findings challenge us to rethink our assumptions about adolescence. They remind us that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to understanding human behavior. Instead, we must consider the cultural context in which that behavior occurs. Mead's study in Samoa remains a landmark in anthropology, a testament to the power of cultural relativism. It's a fascinating exploration into the diverse ways culture shapes our journey from childhood to adulthood, offering valuable insights for anyone interested in understanding the complexities of human behavior. So next time you consider the tumultuous journey of adolescence, remember the lessons from Samoa. Culture matters, and it shapes us in ways we might not even realize. It's an idea as relevant today as it was when Margaret Mead first set foot on the shores of Samoa nearly a century ago.